Hey everybody, you want to wave to him?
Hey!
Jim Chester here. I am in Clearwater, Florida. I have Dr. Jennifer Jara here with me, and we are at Purposeful Connections at the ChiroThin Forum of 2018. And I just want to say a big thank you to Dr. Jason Strohide for having both of us here.
Absolutely. I love Jason. He's just put on a phenomenal seminar here. It's fantastic. I love it.
So you're relatively new to this ChiroThin family.
I am. I actually, was dabbling in it a few years ago, but then through functional medicine, which is what I do primarily, I realized that ChiroThin was the answer across the board for every single patient, whether they're autoimmune, they're diabetic, they're thyroid, their gut, brain. Doesn't matter what they have, depression, obesity, it just trumps all. It's like it levels the playing field, and that's what I love, and it's the cheapest way to go about doing it. It's so efficient.
So have you ever seen somebody that you got under like chiropractic care and their life got worse?
What do you mean? Define worse.
Like,
not in my hands.
Exactly.
I'm like, dear Lord Jesus, that has never occurred to me, and it never will.
It's just, it's one of those questions I ask people because I've never recommended the chiropractic lifestyle to anybody that their life got worse.
Yeah, no, it's like saying you went to the dentist and your teeth weren't better. It's impossible, your nervous system controls every single function of your body. And if you get in there and move things, it works better. I mean, it's just, it's a whole system. It's an all-in-one system.
So maybe tell everybody out there what a couple of your takeaways have been from this weekend.
Oh my gosh, a couple of takeaways. Well, I just love the community. First and foremost, I love this community of brotherhood and sisterhood and doctorhood, if you will, medicalhood, healthhood, I like people coming together and sharing their different perspective views of how they've had success in their office and also their struggles, and being honest and open, being transparent with one another to be able to share so we can all uplift and be prosperous. And I don't just mean in money, I mean in health and vitality. It's just helping people to grow. So there's a lot of takeaways, but I think in a year I'll probably have much more because this is my first ChiroThin forum. So I haven't been to one of these. Normally I'm hanging out the super nerdy seminars at the functional medicine, but this has been quite nerdy on so many different aspects, which I love because I'm a total nerd.
See, that's so cool. It's good when people can bear their existence of who they are, where they come from, and why they do what they do. And I think off camera we talked about a really cool topic of unity through diversity.
Yes.
That chiropractors should be more arms linked together than looking at the other one saying, you don't do it the way I do it.
Yes. Praise God. Thank you so very much for that. I'm a God-loving girl, in case you haven't noticed that yet. There are so many different aspects within the chiropractic profession. And like you, I have decided to really start to take that forefront into social media because that is a platform to the entire world. You have a world at your access. And they will find you. And being able to explain what it is, because each person's too busy running and doing different things or comparing themselves to other people and even within their own profession. But what happens when you run your race? You follow what is put inside of you. And God placed it inside of me to help promote chiropractic, because when most people say chiropractor, it's a 50-50. It's and it's oh, I love my chiropractor. But most people actually don't know what chiropractic is. They don't realize that there's so many different types, so many hundreds of techniques in there. We're not just backcrackers. We're complete health body nerds, if you will.
And when you stand on the shoulders of giants and you have the ability to protect the sacred trust, and it's thoughts, traumas, and toxins, chemical, physical, and emotional, now we're understanding the premise of the person. And if you can build them a roadmap for how to correct their subluxation and then how to correct their physiology, their mentality, and then their lifestyle, now we're looking at the full person. And we're not compartmentalizing.
I'm not just treating your numbness, tingling. I'm not just treating your headaches. I'm looking at all the aspects of your health, because you are multiple facets. You are not just one body part. When patients come to me, they'll have like 7 different doctors, and none of those doctors are, communicating with each other. So when you get into most chiropractors who are, shall we say, diversified, they're going to look at the whole body. They're going to look at how all these things exchange information with each other, not just I'm going to treat your frozen shoulder, I'm going to treat your herniated disc, I'm going to treat your locked jaw or your knee that's been replaced twice, or something along those lines. You're looking at the entire mechanism. You're looking at their diet. You're looking at their health and wellness of their vitality and their mind and their body and their group of friends and spirituality. You're looking at an x-ray, an MRI. You're looking at blood work. Some of us do blood work. You're looking at all of those different factors together, because I could go on for this for like ever and a day, but it's really looking at the full person, not just an area.
And for me in 2018, I believe the big idea is this, Jennifer. Start with the subluxation and get the body starting to train itself with proper care to the spine, which is proper care to the nervous system. Yep. And then what happens is the big idea. And this is 2018's big idea. We have to reestablish where the power is right now. Yes. And it's not the doctor of the future anymore. It's the doctor of the present.
Doctor of today. Yes.
Yeah, so we have to talk about the things that matter today. And one of the things that didn't exist when the chiropractic profession was founded was obesity.
Gosh, yeah.
So
if I could go back 20 years when I graduated, because I've been practicing for 20 years. Somebody tell me how young I look. Okay,
super young.
Super hottie. Thank you. God, you're so sweet. Oh, no, really, go ahead. Sorry, shouldn't say If anything in entertainment media you learn is don't say It's wrong. Oh God, where were we? I totally forget.
The 2018 big idea. Obesity.
20 years ago when I was in school, because a whole different story how I got into this, I was really thinking just health. I wasn't thinking of pharmaceuticals. I wasn't thinking of massive obesity, because we weren't as out of control as we were today. I used to think, no, I don't want to prescribe medications. I value mainstream medical doctors. They're there to save your life. They are there to give you prescriptions for life-saving measures. But in this 20 years, I have seen pharmaceuticals completely take hold and grab of our population, giving them a prescription for depression, not treating the gut, not treating the person, just thinking, I'm sorry, you have a deficiency of this chemical in your body. No, you don't. What you have is an imbalance in your body. And we have pharmaceuticals going after children, ADHD and Ritalin. And why would you drug a child? They're supposed to run around. They're supposed to annoy the hell out of you. Put them in sports. Don't let them sit there and just, and what are you feeding your kids? Enough kids don't have enough fatty acids going into their bodies because kids are picky eaters. I hear that. Oh, mine's a picky eater. And I always say this, if you're on an island and this is the food you had, guess what your kid's going to do? They're going to eat it. And if you don't eat it, how's your child supposed to eat it? So you got to change the entire dynamic in there. It's all of it together. And there's so much to do within the chiropractic profession, because we are committed to full health. So when I'm usually talking to people about chiropractic, I say, look, I'm not going to have a scalpel. I'm not going to give you any injections. I'm not going to give you any pharmaceuticals to take. What I am going to do is I have to figure out what's going on with you, and I have to do it with my hands and my brain and with science. That's it. If you gave me scalpel and drugs, there are certain things that I could heal so much faster. But there are certain other things that I go, it's a lot harder if you take that out of someone's repertoire, out of their treatment facility, and say, I want you to heal the person, not the symptom. And when you do that, it's a game changer for people, because now they go, oh, she's not just giving me a pill. She's actually addressing me as one whole body. And that's what chiropractic is, addressing the entire body from head to toe.
And see, that's why I've fallen in love with the beautiful profession of chiropractic, is because it's not a one-size-fits-all type of care paradigm. But you will not get a pill, you will not get a potion, you will not get a lotion. But
I like that. I'm going to take that.
But, practicing the unity of diversity in the chiropractic profession is something we have to understand. And we also have to understand that, like we mentioned, that the chiropractic population is definitely the caregivers for people's health concerns.
Yes.
It's not just about the neck pain, the back pain, which we've discussed earlier, but it's about the full function of the human being. It's about the full understanding of what's going on, how long has it been going on, and then tell them how you can help them.
You should have a chiropractor chiropractor should be a standard issue on your health team, just like your dentist, just like your family doctor, and you should have someone else who's also, call them a coach, whether it's your gym coach, your yoga coach, your guru coach. You know, these are all the different aspects of health because now you've got structural, chemical, and emotional going on in there. So you want to address all those different areas, which I love. I always tell people, I go, your chiropractor isn't just your only person. It is a team of people that work with you. It's just typically, you know, the chiropractor and the dentist are the only ones really working on that person because someone has really said, this is what I'm choosing. And I tell my patients, diversify your team, diversify.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that you were mentioning there is anybody that invests in themselves, whether it's a coach, whether it's a dentist, whether it's a chiropractor, you have a better quality of life. So those that invest in themselves are always going to have a better quality of life. They're going to take themselves more serious, and they're going to appreciate the quality of life that's provided to them because now they found somebody that's a specialist in that aspect. And chiropractors are a specialist in the aspect of human potential. And by saying that, you should have two doctors in your life. You should have one that keeps you alive and one that saves you from dying. Chiropractors keep people alive.
Yes.
The other medical side of the coin keeps people from dying. Mm-hmm. And if I had a laceration to my arm, I'm not going to say, hey, Dr. Jara, please adjust this away. No, I'm going to go to the ER. I'm going to have them take care of me.
I would drive you to the
ER. but by me saying that, now we understand that there's a different paradigm for health
Very
providers.
Different. Yes.
Like you're not going to go to the dentist and say, hey, help my subluxation.
Yeah. I like to say, I use this example with my patients when I'm explaining the difference between medical and chiropractic or holistic, natural, however is the different aspects, is the mainstream medical is like building the foundation of your house. The walls need to be sturdy. It needs to be built on a solid ground. You need to have all your doors and windows, all of those, your roof, everything needs to be intact because that is the structural base of your body. Now, we the chiropractors and many other type of holistic healers, we come in from a more like, okay, now what's the quality of your home? What's the comfort of your home? We're the interior designers of what you're going to experience in that home. And we're going to help you make it a wonderful experience. And you're going to cater to how you want. I'm sure your home looks different how my home is, but they all function with the same dynamic, which is to support you. Mm-hmm. So that's really what it comes down to.
And the real thing is that most people, I'll just be honest, most people live disorganized lives, and most people don't have their house in order. So how could they have their health in order? So by understanding that tenet, we're all programmed to live in 70-degree environments, and we're not used to being uncomfortable. So when we become an uncomfortable human being, we look for somebody to be our solution instead of having ourselves be our own solution and say, how can I fix this? Everybody wants to wave their hand and say, why don't you help me? Well, that's what the chiropractor does, and that's why the profession's so strong, is because you offer solutions.
Yes, and it's also understanding what your accountability is, because it's not for me to bear your health. I'm here to help you. Mm-hmm. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to guide you. But you have to do the follow through with the action. So you have to want to have health yourself, which is you. And then when you do, you come see us and we help you.
Well, if people want more information about you or they want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
I'm very googly. drjara.com. D-R-J-A-R. Wait, what is it? Dr. Jara, drjara.com. When you have too many A's in there, it just kind of flows off. And para la gente que habla en español, la doctora Jara, drjara.com. Because I speak Spanish.
You speak Spanish too.
I do.
So we're not going to close out then. I'm gonna ask you to explain subluxation and chiropractic in Spanish. We have a huge Spanish speaking
do you?
population.
Can we do this on a separate time?
We're doing it now.
Oh my gosh.
She told you guys she speaks Spanish.
I know. I should have kept that tongue inside. Tame that tongue. Okay, you want me to explain subluxation of the spine in Spanish? Mm-hmm. Do you speak Spanish?
I don't. So
No, you don't. Okay, so, bueno, la columna tiene un montón de diferentes nervios y aquí arriba tiene el cerebro y el cerebro se tiene que bajar toda la columna. De la columna se sale cada parte, porque tiene 7 huesos aquí en el cuello, 12 aquí en el medio y 5 aquí abajo. Y en cada hueso hay que salir con los nervios, uno que va a la izquierda y otro que va a la derecha. Esos nervios van a toda parte del mundo, o de su cuerpo. Voy a decir el mundo, pero su cuerpo es el mundo. Y eso controla a todo, de su corazón, de cómo respire, de su estómago, de sus huesos, de sus músculos, de todo el sentido que usted tiene en toda parte de su cuerpo. Y cuando hay, como decir, que hay partes que la señal no sale del cerebro para el cuerpo y el cuerpo subiendo para arriba de la columna, y usted tiene que abrir eso, porque eso está cerrado dentro de la columna. Y cuando se abre eso, cuando se quita, cuando hacemos el ajuste de, no sé cómo decir subluxation, I actually don't know how to say that in Spanish, pero cuando los huesos están como, puedo decir, no están, no quiero decir que están torcidos, pero no están rectos. Hay que quitar eso que está ahí para que los nervios puedan pasar toda la información para que su cuerpo sí trabaja. Y con eso usted se va a sentir muchísimo mejor. Y eso es lo que se hace en los doctores de quiropráctica. Entonces debe de buscar a un doctor y que sea hombre, que sea mujer, no importa. Ese es un doctor y ese doctor le puede ayudar con muchas cosas del cuerpo, natural y de comida, de salud, de tu cuerpo, de todas cosas, de todas maneras en su cuerpo. Entonces, por favor, siga a alguien de quiropráctico porque ellos tienen que estar en su equipo de salud. Que tenga un buen día y te amo a todos y que eso también siga a Dios.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us today. DrJara.com. Hara.
Doctora Jara.
.com. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been on the live stream with us today. If you guys want to know more about Dr. Jara,
yes.
Please check her out. And I just want to say once again, thank you to Jason Strohide and his group here talking about how to get the thoughts, traumas, and toxins under control with ChiroThin. Is it okay if I close?
I have one more thing to say. Now, since we're doing that, I know about the Hispanic population because, and I'll say this in English and in Spanish, I just started really Instagram, and the whole point is Instagram and Facebook, but it's supposed to lead into a YouTube station because I'm Hispanic. Let's admit it. We can't do Twitter under 150 characters. It's not happening. I'm a woman and I'm Hispanic. Please. I've monopolized the conversation here. But please follow the Instagram. It's Dr. Jen Jara on Instagram, and the Facebook is Dr. Jennifer Jara. And then eventually it will be the YouTube as well. Once again, English and Spanish. Sígueme, por favor, en Instagram, DrJara, or no, Dr. Jen Jara on Instagram. Sorry. Thank you.
Awesome. So you guys are just one story away. What do I say? Keep hustling.
Yeah, baby.
See you guys on the next one.